We talk about the backlash or the negative response to Jared Leto's Joker. This is one of the things that I always talked about, even though there definitely was, and I've talked to people on both sides that hate his Joker and then absolutely loved his Joker, and both had their points. But it's just kind of funny because I've always stated over and over again, I'm like, Leto puts the female butts in the seats. Okay. When I saw Suicide Squad, I saw it with two female friends who didn't give a shit really about comic book movies, but they wanted to see Suicide Squad because of Jared Leto. And they enjoyed it, but they wanted more Leto, which of course, hopefully we can get that. We can get the air cut, which, after the announcement today about what HBO Max is doing, it just seems like any time now we will be getting that. But it's just kind of funny when these little analytics came out when it came to what's being most talked about when it comes to Zack Snyder's Justice League. I love it. Cue his laugh. Do I even have that? What's happening, film friends? Dave the Film Junkie here. Yes, Jared Leto's Joker. How about that? So, ever since the Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder's Justice League, got announced back in May, which seems like fucking 17 years ago. Boy, this year is gone. It's obviously there's been some buzz up and down, and then of course you had the Ray Fisher investigation and all that stuff, and of course the ups and downs of that, and it kind of makes you wonder, like, okay, so what's being talked about the most? Well, turns out Jared Leto's Joker, as much as Zack Snyder, for sure, and I confirm this, did not want that little secret to come out, the fact that Jared Leto's Joker was going to show up in the additional photography, which is, of course, the Nightmare timeline. That's what he shot when it came to the additional photography, and I even asked the man himself if he was originally supposed to be part of the reshoots for the original photography, and he said no, it was something that he was thinking about over the past few years, and then he was like, I'm just going to ask him, and Jared Leto said, let's fucking do it. And to me, it just seems that when that whole thing kind of came about and discussions were made and maybe even talking on the set, it's like, this ain't going to be the only time he's coming back. I think there's going to be more. I mean, they're just as, especially after this little fucking information came out, which is, we got the Screen Rant article right here. And let's go ahead and share that screen. So right here says Jared Leto's Joker return is top Justice League Snyder Cut story on social media. So there you go. Social media data shows that Jared Leto's return as the Joker in the Snyder Cut is one of the most anticipated aspects of the upcoming HBO Max miniseries. I'm just wondering if it's going to be a miniseries now after what was announced today. But right here, here's where it is. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. According to NetBase Quid, a social media analytics company, stories about Leto's Joker return far outpaced anything else related to the Snyder Cut. The number of stories outpaced everything, including Ray Fisher's ongoing dispute with Warner Brothers. Interest spiked in mid-October, with 31% of social media posts relating to Justice League being about Leto's potential involvement. Interest hasn't waned, even as the months have worn on, and the Snyder Cut and Joker continue to be hot topics because everybody is jonesing to see what the image looks like. People have seen it. Sadly, I didn't get to see it. I came so close to seeing it, but sadly did not. So everybody's anticipating what he looks like in the Nightmare timeline. I mean, and I'm not going to lie, when I look at, because obviously, I'm running a brand here. I'm running a YouTube channel here. So obviously I'm looking at views. I'm looking at analytics. And the times there are even like, well, when I clipped out certain things from my my Snyder interview, I wanted to clip out like specific things, and one of the things was talking about Jared Leto's Joker and making the phone call and him, just doing all that. I wanted to clip that out and have it specifically, and a lot of people, flocked to that. And I even had a Jared Leto Joker video before that, it showed, views being like that. So yes, it seems like that. And also even with Deathstroke, a lot of people are interested in what is setting up or what could potentially be the setup. And I really hope that Warner Media is really paying attention, because it's like, okay, remember when a lot of people were like, what the fuck's going on with Jared Leto's Joker? I mean, we don't want to fight. That's not the Joker. I mean, Heath Ledger's not Joker. All that stuff. It's like, shut up. And it just kind of makes you wonder. It's like, maybe we missed an opportunity. And I think Warner Brothers is probably thinking, well, we probably missed an opportunity by doing Birds of Prey instead of doing that Joker Harley movie. That probably would have got some butts in the seats. It's like, fuck yeah. What? How many times have I said that, guys? How many times have I spoken about that? If they would have released a Joker and Harley R-rated love story, deranged love story movie, how much of that how much of the box office would they have gotten just from that? Because of course everybody, loves Margot Robbie. She's like, she's up there. She's just celebrity gold now. She's gorgeous, and everything she's in, it just seems like, oh wow, look at that. And then you have Jared Leto Joker, and like I've been saying, I mean, he puts female asses in the seats, even girls that do not want to, that don't care about CBMs. Sorry, all of a sudden, like a group chat of mine, of course, has to go fucking crazy or something like that. Oh boy. So anyways, yeah. So so I've been talking about that for a bit, that that's the direction that they should have went. They definitely should have went that direction, and sadly they did not. And now they're probably kicking themselves in the ass, because it's like, well, now all of a sudden, look at this. Look at the analytics. Look at everything that's happening right there. Look at how people are responding to that. Now we probably should try to get that, and maybe HBO Max. They're going to be like, hey, let's try to get, or Warner Brothers, Warner Media, whatever the fuck. Let's get that Joker and Harley movie. And I remember there was like little talks about that might be back on the drawing board. That was right before it was announced that Jared Leto was returning for Zack Snyder's Justice League. That was before that. So it's all very interesting stuff, but it's just shows you right there. That's what I love. When you always see like people talk shit about, either Jared Leto's Joker or Ben Affleck's Batman. And that's another thing we got to realize, guys, is the fact that if Ben Affleck's Batman happens, hey, I'm thinking that Jared Leto's Joker is going to be in there too. Okay. I'm thinking that's going to be the case. And that's just going to be a double whammy of awesomeness right there, because there are more people that are more excited about those two Academy Award winners doing those characters. And then, and they're more excited than the people that are like shitting all over them. So just something to think about right there. But I love that. I absolutely love that. And so there you go, guys. Just thought I'd throw that out there and let you guys know what is happening with all that. All right, so that's all I got to talk about with that. And make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Let me know your thoughts about it down below too. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm doing this stuff. Follow me in the Sock Meds down below: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and then of course, Patreon. If you want to join the Film Junkie Patreon, I surely would appreciate it. And merchandise down below. All right, guys, talk to you later.